are between 400 and 4,000 years old. They were discovered in 1955 by J. Mason and H. Nkosi. The Bushmen lived by hunting. They were hunters. The hunting was done by the males, and the females were gatherers. They will gather wild fruits and they will collect water using ostrich eggshells. So when painting here, they use ochre together with eland blood. They believe that eland has got magic, so the paintings will last for a long time. So here, these people lived in groups of 20 to 30 in a hut made out. It was 1 meter long. The males and females, even, and children, they were living in that house. So these people believed that there were two worlds: the world you are living in and the power world. So they represented their power world with this crack. So when the Bushmen are facing a problem, then there would be people chosen by the Bushmen, and they were called the shamans. And the shamans, they've got a low barrier between the world we are living in and the power world. That low barrier may be caused by illness, visions, or unbearable of heat. So when they are facing problems like drought, illness, so the shaman will organize a dance amongst the group, and the dance usually was at night. So they will dance around fire in a sound of a drum up until they are in a trance, and they will enter the power world to meet the figures of power. So when they meet the figures of power, then the figures of power will be telling them what has went wrong and what was going to be solved. So when the when the shamans from the power world, they will be exhausted and even trembling. So they have to tell a story to the group what they have seen in the power world. So if they can't tell a story to the group, so they have to put it down. These drawings here were seen at the power world by the shamans. So here we've got this picture here. This is the head of a praying mantis, a human figure, and bird wings. This was seen at the power world by the shamans. So even here we've got an elephant. Okay, an elephant shows that here Zangweni was a rain ritual. Rain performances were done here in Zangweni. So even in our Swazi coat of arms, on the left hand side we've got an elephant representing our Queen Mother. On the right hand side we've got a lion representing our king, and that shows that our Queen Mother is a rainmaker. She can make rain during the Ingwala ceremony. And as you know that elephants are good in smelling water down under the ground and even in faraway places. So that's why it was made as their rain god. If they are suffering from drought, they will pray and then rain will come. So another crack here, the shamans are entering the power world.
Right.
So on top of the roof of the rock, we've got the Bantu. They arrived in southern Africa from Central Africa 450 AD, and they carried livestock. This is a goat, a fat-tailed sheep, and this was the rainbow. So when these people arrived in southern Africa, they found the Bushmen, and the Bushmen were ignorant about ownership of livestock. So they started shooting and killing the animals of the Bantu. Then conflict started. Here is the fight. They are fighting, and these people were living in Stone Age, and the Bantu were living in Iron Age. They were using spears, and these were using bows and arrows. So these people were using a spear from one person to another, and they were using their bows and arrows and one bullet to one person. So the number of the Bushmen declined because they were defeated by the Bantu, and they were moved to the driest part of Africa. You can find them in Botswana, in the Kalahari Desert, and in Namibia, in the Namib Desert. And here we've got, this is a giraffe, a jackal, a kudu here, a wild beast here. And here we've got this two, this figure here, a human figure between and two wild beasts, and this shows that there was peace between humans and animals because they were using meat from these animals and even getting tools in these animals. And this drawing here is extremely rare. You can find it in Zambia.
Zambia.
Yes. So this was their movement, the movement of the Bantu to Southern Africa. They are moving up until they reach South Africa. Southern Africa. So even the Swazis here have adopted the style of the Bushmen, because the Swazis believed in two worlds: the world we are living in and the world of the ancestors. If you are facing problems, we will go and pray to the ancestors so that the ancestors will solve our problems. And even when talking to our ancestors, we will sprinkle okra down. That was used by the Bushmen when painting. We will sprinkle okra down so that we've got a low barrier so that we can talk to our ancestors. Even when a female is getting married in Swaziland, they will smear her with the okra on her face so that she's got access to her husband's ancestors. So even our traditional healers, they will smear it on their hair